All right, y'all. Welcome to BoRi7o's MW3 player tier list. Not gonna lie, there's like two people on here. I have their names confused. But we'll get to that in a sec. But I just want to quickly say thank you for the support. It sounds even crazy saying this because people were like, "Man, like thanks for getting me to like 50K, 200K." But me going from I think I was at like 72 2 weeks ago to 148, I believe now, is crazy to me. So thank you for the support. I'm going to continue bumming out this content, bro. I am going to get a million plus subscribers in less than 2 years. That's my goal. We're going to keep this content pushing. I appreciate the support. Thank you for everyone that subs. Thank you for those that comment on the videos, just debating. That's what it's here for. It's to create a forum, a new community in Call of Duty. If like the pros aren't streaming, or like no big streamers streaming Call of Duty, like Call of Duty is basically dead on stream. Just trying to create another lane for some more Call of Duty content, because at the end of the day, we all love Call of Duty, even though these new CODs are kind of shit. But yeah, we're gonna get to this tier list. Not gonna make it too long. I don't want to yap for like half an hour. I want to keep this under 20 minutes. Gonna try to keep this under 20 minutes. Gonna go fast. Not too fast, but fast. Okay. So this is my tier list. Let me clarify actually before I begin. My tier list, which means my opinion, which means whatever opinion you have is yours. This is mine. You are watching this video to see my opinion. So don't argue, or I mean, argue if you want, but like any of those, like, oh, I can't believe you did this. What the fuck, man? Like, what? Like, bro, my opinion, okay? My opinion. And I also want to get this right, because there's probably like some people that like have their brain out to Mars. This is a tier list in the Pro League. If this was like a tier list of like Call of Duty players, every Call of Duty player in the world, all these pro players would be an S and A, and like everybody else, or like a majority of people, B, C, D. But this is a tier list for the Pro League, okay? The Pro League tier list of pros playing against pros. Okay, we're getting into it. And I've seen some other tier lists. I'm not sure if I should even like show. Actually, I'll just show it now real quick. So there's like a view the community rank, and there's like, there can't be that many people in S tier. Ridiculous. Putting Gwyn in S tier, ridiculous. But you see some other tier lists here that I did not agree with. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. So S tier, what I view as S tier is superstar. Like, the team is different if he's not on it, like superstar makes the difference, like above and beyond like every player in the league, or majority players in the league. That's what I view as S tier. S tier shouldn't have more than like 5 players. Like that S tier I saw with like 20 players in it, there's not 20 superstars in the league. There's not even 10. There's really good players. Nothing wrong with being an A. A's not bad. A's really good. S is just like above and beyond everybody else. A is fucking good in the Pro League. Don't get that twisted. Nothing wrong with that. So let's get this started. I'm gonna start like some easy ones. I rate Draza very highly, but I know he's not 100% on the S tier, but he's like top of A. Like 100% top of A. I was gonna save this one for the end, but man, it's so obvious. Like, number one in S, in my opinion, could be a bit biased. And while we're at it, or Scrappy in S as well, like obvious. Another one in S. I'm gonna save some of my other S's for later, but there's 3 clear S's: Hydra, Simp, Scrap. Those are 3 S's. I got 2 more S's. You'll have to wait for later to find out. Or you could just like skip, but you'll miss like the explanation. I was gonna do the tiers in order and bookmark them, but that kind of, yeah, but I'm just fucking picking random players and throwing them in shit. So Awakening. Like, a lot of these players aren't bad, but like just how they did in the pro league. You know, that's literally what we're going off of. I rate Real very highly. I'm gonna put him in B. I actually rate him very highly. And I get these guys mixed up. This one is Eric Boom. He did not do very well. Gonna put that guy in D. Forgot this guy's name, but he was also on the team. He did not do very well as well. Gonna put him in D. I know these two, Lucky and Metals. I rate. Fuck. This one's Metals. Metals. I'm gonna put him in B. I'm gonna put Lucky. I rate Lucky very high. I'm gonna put him in C. I'm also gonna put Vickle in C. D is like bottom tier, like literally getting pissed on a majority of the time. So yeah, let's just get into fucking Seattle Surge. Poor Arceus, because he's fucking such a good player, but he did not play good on this team at all. Like, this is how I viewed him this season. This is an MW3 season. I viewed him in the D, in my opinion. Illy, for like the time he was in, don't know if he was on Addy or whatever, but I'm gonna put him in B. I thought he's very good. Hook just does not want to change his play style, but even though he plays bad, he's not like in the bottom tier players. I would put him up there in C. I'm gonna be rearranging C pretty soon. 04 has been playing well, but I see his numbers and they're pretty average, but in S&D he plays so good. I see his numbers, but like in S&D he actually plays like very good. So I mean, that one's also kind of tough, but it's between like B or C. Obviously, like he's not an A tier, but he's not D. I'm gonna put him in B. That's a strong B. Probably gonna be on the lower end of B just because I'm teetering back and forth between B or C, but he's definitely been a difference maker. I haven't seen him put up like crazy numbers in Respawn, but he had like a great series with like when they played FaZe, but I'm not sure if that's just like FaZe was just dominating. He's just like picking up kills on the map. I'm not sure if like he was actually making the difference in the Respawn. I think a lot of people got that one twisted. Who should we pick next? We'll pick a Boozer. We're gonna put a Booza in B. I'm gonna put a Booza ahead of 04. I like that one better. So this is where it's going to get pretty controversial. I rate Vivid very highly. I also rate him very highly. So I mean, but I can't talk about last year's, previous years. It has to be just based on this year. I thought he was doing pretty good this year, but I thought he's doing pretty good this year. I don't know. And like considering the role he's in too, I thought but he made a lot of mistakes. So I'm gonna put him in C. I'm gonna put him higher in C. Yeah. And then I'm gonna put Awakening. I'm so sorry, Awakening. I'm gonna put you in D. Was not feeling you too much. Not gonna lie, sir. Pause. Brezzy, I like, guys, you guys are gonna find that I don't rate Brezzy very highly. I do feel in like the right system he could actually play a role very well, but I don't see him fucking like if he's facing Optic or FaZe or whatever in a grand final and there's like those back and forths where you just need big moments from big. I don't see him in that kind of like thing at all, which is unfair because you could say about a lot of players, but I just don't rate him highly like when he's like shooting against like the big dogs all the time, you know. So I'm gonna put him in C. I was gonna put him in D, but he's not like completely terrible. He's not like really bad. So I'm gonna start rearranging C because I'm gonna be adding more people in. I'm gonna put Lucky ahead of Vickle, but I think Vickle's just playing a role and he's playing it pretty well, but I know Vickle, like if he wanted to, could actually be a very standout player, but he's just a very good role player. And same thing with Standy. Like I rate Standy very highly, but in terms of this season, like I was tempted to put him into B, but I mean, he's not like I don't rate like these players higher. I mean, I rate Real higher than them this year. I think Real has been playing very well. I'm gonna put Standy in B for now. I might come back to that. I'm also gonna put Lin's been playing pretty bad too right now. I mean, I would argue Lin's for C, but I'm gonna put him in B. I think he's been very good. I'm also gonna put I'm gonna come back to LAG. I'm gonna put Cammy and D. He's been playing bad this year. It's very easy to have like bias on players when like they get dropped so early. So then like the sample size is so small. Afro C or D? He's not been playing that well on hard point. I mean, if I have these players in C, I can't put him in C if I have those players in C. But like, I think Afro was a good player, but this year's not his year. Asim fucking D. Holy shit. I'm so sorry, Asim, but you had a bad year. Purge, you can say whatever about his role, but how I view him on the tier list of players, I'm putting him in D. I'm not gonna disrespect him though. I'm gonna put him pretty high in the D's. I'll put him at the beginning of D's for now. And Nero I rate very highly. Gonna put Nero in B. Probably gonna put him above Illy because Illy had a small sample size, but Illy I still view higher than those three. Attach, I saw some people had it attach in A, but like in Vanguard he baited a lot, so his stats were very good, but he was shooting in Vanguard regardless. Like he was baiting, but he was like he was playing like this, he was playing the Celium role very well in that game. But in terms of this here, it's kind of just been average, but he's been playing very well though. Like overall, if we're going overall, I'm gonna put him in A. And then Gio's been shooting, but he's kind of slowed down, but he's been playing very well. But I can't put a lot of players in A because of the other players that aren't going to be in S that are going to be in A. Like I don't like view, let's say, a BZ on the same level as Gio. I think he's like a level higher, so I'm going to put Gio top B for now. Accuracy, sorry buddy, going to D, but not going to completely disrespect you. I like accuracy as a player, just did not play well. I'm gonna put him ahead of, no, actually Eric Boom gotta go near the bottom. Eric Boom and Asim need to go. I mean, Asim just had a horrible stint, so like him being worse than Eric Boom is crazy, but I mean that's the way it is. That's just the way it is, buddy. Johnny's been playing good, kind of an onliner, but I mean he played good at LAN kinda. I'm going to put him in C, though. Gunless, not been playing good. I was contemplating putting him in D, but I'm going to put him in C. I'm saving all the good ones for last. I'm saving the ones you guys want for last. Clayster, man. I rate Clayster very highly. Like, if Clayster's on a good team, Clayster plays really well, but I can just tell his fucking mental is chalked. Did not have a good year this year, but on LAN, he's so good. So I don't want to like completely throw it off. Like his player rating, I mean, I don't really look into the card thing too much. I think the card thing's cheese, but his online to LAN is crazy. Like on LAN, he's like a completely different player. This one's going to be controversial because this is whole season, but in my opinion, because this is my opinion, I rate LAN very highly. And because I'm rating LAN very highly, I'm going to put him top of C. Just because he hasn't been as consistent. But I was contemplating putting him in B, but I kind of feel like that'd be a bit cooked if we look at his overall year. Like, I even made like the video of Clayster and Fell. Like, shout out to the person who said he started watching when I made that video. Yeah, Clayster and Fell, like, online, probably like the worst AR duo of all time. On LAN, like completely different story, but they still got smushed on LAN like a couple of times. I'm also gonna put Fell down here. He had some stand-up performances on LAN, but overall, bro, like not shooting back on LAN at all, and even sometimes on LAN not shooting back either. Assault, sorry buddy, gonna have to put you in D. Yeah, just did not perform well as an AR. I like ARs that don't perform well, I am a lot more critical on them because this is an AR beneficial game, and especially when you're like the main AR and you're mostly holding L triggers like a lot of the time, like you should not be like a 0.8, you know, like your overall like if you're a main AR, I kind of feel like your overall, no matter how bad your team is, should be a 1.0. Like, is that fair? Like for a main AR whose role is to be the slowest, like, you know, get spawns, you're not getting as much interactions, like overall your shit should be like good. TJ Haley picked it up near the end of the year. I'm personally putting him in B. I actually rate him very highly actually, but I don't rate him higher than Nero. I'm I'm gonna rate him higher than Illy though. God, now we're actually getting to the good ones, bro. We're getting to the good ones. Priesta did not actually. I feel very bad that Pentagram retired, probably because like just like the shitty situation and the one time he came to league, just did not go his way. Like my heart actually hurts for him having to make that decision, because I'm not sure if he really wanted to make that decision, but from what we saw, just did not play very well. But obviously, like, these are like the bottom, so I'm leaving these people like at the fucking bottom, you know. Like, these two specifically were just terrible. I actually kind of want to move RCD's a little bit down as well, but RCD's played better than Assault, so that's kind of hard. I'm gonna put kind of want to, yeah, let's do that. All right, Diamond Con, another player I rate very highly, but he's been on and off, you know, just on and off. I'm going to put Diamond Con, I'm not going to put him in B just because the players I have in B, so he kind of has to go C. I'm going to put him ahead of Clayster, obviously. I don't even want to put, I'm going to put Clayster there. Actually, I don't want to put Clayster ahead of those guys as well. I'll put Clayster ahead of Vickle. Gwen. I kind of want to save that one a bit for later. Beans. Part of me is contemplating putting Beans in A. Like, I rate Beans very highly, but with the players I have in A, he has to go in B. But he's like, I would put him above Geo. I would honestly put him above Geo. I mean, Geo's been, but I see sometimes Geo on the map does not have like the map awareness that Beans has, and like he makes some stupid plays sometimes. So that's why I put Beans ahead of him. And with the situation Beans was in, playing the way he played, bro, Beans is so good, bro. Beans is so good. Like, if Beans gets on a better team, bro, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Like, he's such a good player. And now we're gonna come back to Priesta, man. Poor guy, but yeah, did not have a great year. I did not rate him very highly. Haven't really rated him very. I know he's like a talented player, but what he's done, I mean, we could talk about his accolades, whatever, but what he's done this year, and even last year, I didn't rate him highly either, but that game was horrible. Like, that game's horrible. I can't really fault that many people for that fucking horrible MW2 game that they had to play with no dead silence. But overall, I mean, he's fucking been a flex, and he just has not been doing good ever. I kind of want to throw him in D, honestly. But if I put him in D, and I really want to put... I think the reason why I see a lot of people not putting Priesta in D is just because of his accolades and like the type of players. But this year, this is an MW3 tier list, and for MW3, me personally, I think he's been D. But I'm gonna put him fucking top of D. That's a hot take. I want to know what you guys think. That's a hot take. I said I was gonna keep this video under 20. It's at 18. Holy shit! But we're nearing the end. Capsule. Came to league, kind of brain dead, but it's another player I rate very highly. Just like lacks like the brain, lacks a big brain, but he plays pretty good in respawn. I'm putting him in C. I'll put him there. Yeah, I'll put him there. Yeah, I'll put him there for now. We'll see if I change. Snoopy, so mechanically gifted, playmaker sometimes, but man, you know, I could talk about this all day, why this Boston Breach team just really wants to build around him. And man, I gotta say, them building around him for Esports World Cup and potentially next year is probably going to be the most catastrophic mistake Boston Breach makes, because now there's a reputation, and now there's a lack of respect, because now people seeing respected players like Slasher, like Asum, like Priesta, some would even say Major Maniac, come in and just not working with Snoopy. Like, Slasher was a good player. Slasher should have never been dropped from that team. He got dropped for Snoopy. So any like veteran player, any smart player sees all the stuff that's been going on this year, and like they see what happens, like how are they going to be motivated to go to that team? How are they going to be motivated if Snoopy's still there? How are they going to be motivated? Like, they're going to end up with like some strong... not even a strong challenger team. Just gonna end up with like a bunch of like new people on their team. They might squeeze one vet. I don't know who, but the quality is going to be very low, and they're going to have a horrible next year. I could already see it. Like, unless, like, they got to change. They got to change their whole philosophy. Building around Snoopy, I'm not sure if Snoopy has any say. That actually plays a big part into my opinion. Like, if he's, like, personally making calls, but he doesn't strike me as the one making calls. I feel like someone's making like the calls kind of for him, and he's just kind of just like, okay, fuck, I mean, this org wants to build around me, I'm not gonna complain or anything. Like, why would you complain about that if like the org is going through hell, high water, brimstone to build around you? Why would you complain? Like, if anything, you complain that it's not working. You kind of have to like switch some things up, but obviously still keep me, you know. But we need to switch around like the players we bring in. Like, we have to earn some respect back. But yeah, with the way it is right now, but player wise, I'm putting him, probably want to put him in B. I really did, because he's a really good player, but just like brain dead, bro. Just brain dead on the map sometimes, not making the right plays, but he's actually very good at this game, like mechanically wise, shooting wise. It's between like bottom of B and top of C. I'm gonna put him in C. I'm gonna put him in C. I kind of feel like I have to, especially with the year that they had. I kind of have to. Slasher, I'm putting my boy Slasher in B, bro. He's not a bad player, bad predicament, but yeah. And man, this one's gonna hurt me, but Major Maniac, man, I really want this guy. He's one of those players I want to just do very well, but he's just not making it easy on me. He's just so slow of an AR, and he doesn't seem like he's that impactful on the map. It's just like, I just like watch these games. I'm just like, man, this guy's just not doing shit, bro. Like sometimes on 6-star, every time on 6-star, he's like 20 and 14. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, damn, how? But D is harsh, but I'm gonna put him in D. I have to, bro. He's just like not, like, I don't rate him highly as an AR in this game, man. I just don't. Just fucking don't. Sorry. Fame's a good player, but he's like the epitome of inconsistency, but he's not horrible. I can't fucking disrespect Johnny like that. I kind of feel like fucking Johnny's been better than Hook, honestly. Like, but Hook's had a lot of standout series, so I'm gonna do that. Now we're getting on to the good ones. We're almost at the end. Nasty, average ER. I kind of like him, but at the same time, just like, yeah, I'm gonna put him in C. I'm gonna put him in C because he's not terrible. Like, these are like just like the bottom players this year, but he's not terrible. I rate Jodeci's very highly, but he can't be in B just with the people I have in B. Like, when I see Beans and Geo in B, I can't put Jodeci. Like, I kind of want to put Beans in A, but I'll see. Probably gonna change some things after I get everyone on and I see where players are. But I'm putting Jodeci as fuck top of C. I rate Jodeci's very highly in this game. I rate fucking DiamondCon very highly. Like, these players are actually very good, but okay, we're getting down to the wire. I don't rate Flames very highly, but he's been a very good player. Is it enough to be a B player? I'm gonna put him near like the top of C. I actually like, he's actually kind of made the difference for them, and he's actually kind of saucy a little bit. And with Estriel, I was debating between A and B. Some people would even argue A, rookie of the year. We're gonna come back to that. I'm gonna put Kremp in C. I rate Kremp very highly, but on the map has not been super crazy. He's been crazy sometimes, but just a lot of inconsistency needs to work out. So I'm gonna put him in C. And now we're getting onto the top 4 teams. I like this. I'm saving the best ones for last. I put these 3 in the S tier right away because they're just like, yeah, whatever. Daniel Ghosty has to go into A. He kind of baits his teammates sometimes. I kind of see it, but man, he's been a very good player. How can you not put him in A? Gwen, I'm debating, like, I actually rate Beans higher than Gwen, which is crazy. Like, that's the thing. I think A and S, because like, if you're not S, like, A is like the next best thing. So do I rate draws on the same tier as like Gwen? That's what I think about when I put these people in the same tier. Granted, there's like levels to every tier, like Beans, like Snoopy and fellow. Yes, they're both in C, but like he's way better than him, you know. So I mean, just the way it's probably gonna be. So because of the role Skies plays, I can't fault him that much. I can't fault him that much in the way he plays because of like the team he's in. But I'm still gonna put him B. I'm gonna put him high B, but Skies is fucking gross. Don't get me wrong, but with the role he plays like this year, never seen him stand out too much. He's almost like on the insight level of interactions, honestly. I'll actually say that. Like, and also same with Insight. Insight's another player I want to succeed so badly, but like he's been very inconsistent. And me personally, this is gonna come as a shock to some people. I'm gonna put Insight in B. Comes as a shocker, man, but I mean, oh man, I might come back to that, man. I might come back to that, but he's not standing out for me. I don't know. He's not like, if I think of like top 5 ARs in the league, I don't think he's in the top 5. I mean, he's definitely not in top 5 because there's also flexes in there, but top, like, let's say top 8 ARs in the league, like you would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 probably ahead of him. 6, 7. You'd probably put Beans ahead of him, maybe. Skies, like he's like top 8, top 7, but like being a top 7 AR, I mean, I might switch that to A, but let me go through the rest of it. So Gwyn and Estral, I want to get these ones out of the way. Actually, before I do that, because they're like the Rookie of the Year nominations for me, or nominees for me. Boy, man, very on and off year. I'm gonna put him bottom of B. I really want to put him in C. Like, the urge in me, like, he's played so bad for so long, and watch him do, dude. Like, I can't be doing like the, oh, he's like a former world champ. I can't come with, like, I can't think of other past years, because if other past years were included, Clayster would be like an A, you know, like based off accomplishment. Has to be just this year. And this year, I think this can be my hot. Yeah, but he won a major. But like, even then, like, that was like the only time he played good, and he didn't even play good like that whole major. He played good for like parts of it and like the end, but otherwise he hasn't really been standout. Hasn't really been a standout for me. Like, same with Stanley. Like, I can't have, like, I rate fuck Stanley very highly though, but I can't say Stanley's better than. I'm gonna keep him in B. I'm gonna keep him in B. That one's hard for me. Estriel, I think a lot of people have recency bias because Estriel got this top 3 at this last major 4, but I mean, overall during the year, he's still been playing very good. Like, very good. Like, very good. If you really look at the map and the role he plays, like, he's been playing very good. I rate him higher than Envoy, rate him higher than a lot of these players. I'm gonna put him up here above Real. Yeah, that's honestly how I feel. Stib, I'm gonna put Stib in A. I'm gonna put him above Dan Gosi. I actually rate him higher. I'm gonna put him above. Actually, I gotta rearrange that. Draws is probably gonna be top A. I rate Draws very highly. For me, Kismet overall in the year has not been playing good, but then all of a sudden he just like comes out of nowhere and fucking goes hard. But overall for like the year, gotta put him in B. Gotta put him on B if we're looking overall in the year. Gwyn, this is the one I've been waiting for. Hasn't been playing good. He's been playing good all year, but like now towards the end, like on LAN, when these guys started stepping up, he started playing down. So just based on that, I gotta put him in B, bro. I gotta put him in B. I want to put him high B, but he can't be above Skies. I don't feel he's not like a better player than. That's hard, because like you could argue A, you could argue he's like the Rookie of the Year, but like that's a Rookie of the Year. It's not every player in the. He's not going against every player in the year. He's not going against every player in the league. He's going against other rookies, so it's not that crazy. So I might rearrange. I'm gonna rearrange like the B after. I left Optic and Face for last, which is crazy, bro. I'm clickbaiting, bro. I'm literally saving them for the end. CleanX, I rate CleanX very highly, very highly. Like, the urge of me wants to put him in S tier, but that's like difference makers, and like Scrap's the difference maker on that team. So Kleenex has to go high A. I'm gonna put him beside Draza, high A. Abizi, not the superstar in the team, high A though, very high A. And here's where we get into the moment everyone's been waiting for. I didn't mean to save Optic for the end, but like I had to, because it's like the biggest talking points, Optic and Stealth. So I'm not sure if maybe like just from the people, can you guys guess the 2 people, because I said there's gonna be 5 people in the S tier. Can you guess the 2 out of this 5 that are going in the S tier? I think probably most of you could guess 1. I think a majority could guess 1. But the number 1 person from this remaining 5 to go into the S tier, in my opinion, like in the role he plays, like this team would not be where they are if he's just not being who he is, because he's just an S tier player. In my opinion, I view him as an S tier player, and that. Fuck, I'm debating if I should switch it to A now. I don't know, but in my opinion, Celium goes to the S tier. And it's just like the way people like talk about it too. Like if right now you say top 3 ARs in the league right now, go Scrappy, Cell, and Draza. Scrappy, Cell, Draza. And I mean, a lot of the fans are gonna say Dadashi, but I said top 3. Top 3: Scrappy, Draza, Cell. If we're talking about main AR, not flex, Cell is the number 1 AR in the league for main AR. He's the number 1 main AR. He's the best AR in the league at his role. And he worked throughout the years, because in Vanguard, I was so angry watching him in Vanguard, fucking baiting his team. And like, I think he won MVP that season because of his KD, but I'm like, bro, are you guys watching these games? He is hard baiting. Sometimes not moving for a minute. FaZe is playing 3v4, like hard baiting, but he's done very well over like these past 2 years to like be more in the fight. And even if he has low engagements, we see it so many times in the scoreboard, he has low engagements, but his damage is like around the same as everybody else. It's not like I don't want to say Inside, but sometimes Inside has low engagements and just more significantly lower damage than the people on his team, and that goes for most of the main ARs in the league. Like their damage is like significantly lower. They might have like this standout series, but majority of the time it's like significantly low. But he's done a good job at like keeping on pace. Being the best main AR in the league has to put you in S tier, in my opinion. Being the best main AR in the league, I was thinking about it, because in my original like thought like a week ago, I'm thinking it's just gonna be like Simp, Scrap, Hydra. But you cannot have the number 1 main AR in the A tier. That makes no sense. That would just basically mean all ARs fucking suck. But like, I mean, not all ARs suck, but there's no like crazy good. Like he's the best main AR in the league. He's in the S tier, in my opinion. And then me personally, just with all the things he has to do, because like sometimes like the stats don't show everything, I'm gonna put Kenny in the A. Like his stats wise, sometimes you look at his stats, you probably don't think it, but bro, he's almost like babysitting that team in the comms, and being able to do that and still perform well sometimes, I feel like definitely he's been a better player than Insight, in my opinion. Like just with everything he's done, I'm not looking at completely numbers. If you're looking at numbers, he'd probably go lower, in my opinion. Kenny's been an A tier player, been a difference maker. And a lot of people were saying like, you cannot drop Ken. If Ken was in the B tier, like he would be droppable, you know? He has to at least be in the A tier to not be like undroppable. And same thing with like, I don't rate Pred as highly in this game as everybody else does, but I mean, I cannot put him in the A tier, you know? I can't put him in the same tier as, I mean, these players in the B tier, I like my B tier, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I like my B tier a lot. I kind of want to put Nero like above Lucky. Like, I like Nero a lot, too. I like this. I like my B tier. I like the way it is, because it's like good players, but they haven't been standout. I gotta put Envoy ahead of Slasher, though, because Slasher hasn't been in there that long. and he won, so I'm gonna put Envoy a little bit higher because Envoy's not bad. He's just been playing bad. That makes sense. I'm not gonna put him higher than TJ though. I feel personally TJ's been better than Envoy if we're going through the whole season. So I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put. So I'm just gonna do my last S tier right now because if I put one more person in A tier, then it's gonna kind of give away who it is. Me personally, most people have him in A. In my opinion, this could be a weird way of thinking, but I think every top 4 team has an S tier player. Like, a top 4 team could still have all 4 A tier players and win, obviously, but there has to be that X factor player, that player who makes the plays. I already gave it away by saying that. Makes the plays. He's your win condition. If he does well, you win, and you fucking win. And he's the reason why they won Major 3, in my opinion. I mean, granted, there's clutches from everybody, but I thought about this for a week, and I finally just came to the conclusion that I just can't have him in S tier, even just from the eye test. Like, he's a better version of Snoopy, like a fucking miles better version of Snoopy. I cannot not have Anthony Shotzi Cuevas, whatever his last name is. I cannot have him. I thought about this when Aches made like that. When he made like that tier list in the mid-season and Shotzi was in A and not S and people were complaining about it, I was on Aches' side. Like, I thought Shotzi's in A, but after really thinking about it, I'm like, the impact he has. And like, I'm not even thinking about the bad tiers because sometimes you see him with like an 0.8, but bro, you have to like really take into account majority of the time, like 90% of the time, he's the one trying to make the play. He initiates the plays every single time. If it works, it doesn't. Sometimes he makes some brain ahead plays. I'm really contemplating if I should move down to A as I'm talking right now, because as I'm talking, I'm kind of convincing myself maybe he should be on A. But bro, he's a playmaker. He's the playmaker. He's the superstar for Optic. Bro, he's crazy. Like, you watch him when he plays and it's just like somebody you can't take your eyes off of. Maybe I'm getting blinded by the flashy plays, but man, Optic, I want to go as far as to say Optic don't win if he's not there. Like, is that crazy? Like, I don't feel like Optic wins if Shotzi's not on the team, because he's that playmaker. He's like the one against FaZe who's flanking them, camping those corners that FaZe hates. I know fucking Abizi hates that shit so much. Like, I know Abizi in the comms when Abizi's not having a good game, like, always like, man, he's one shot, man. Like, doing all, like, that's because of Shotzi. Like, that's because of Shotzi. It's not because of Kenny. It's not because he's getting shot in the front. It's because he's getting hit in the back all the time, getting flanked on, getting two-piece, fucking flying at people, doing 360 cartwheels off the fucking helipad. They're mad because of Shotzi. He is the win condition for Optic. And have to have him in the S tier, man. Just have to have him in the S tier. That's just my opinion. Just has to be in there. I'd really debate on it hard. Like, he should really be an A. Like, I was really thinking, like, he should actually be an A. Like, but like, he has to be an S, right? He just has to be. He just has to be. Has to be in A. Has to be an S. Has to be an S. And that means these two are going into A. Part of me wants to put Pred in B because, like, just, man, I have like some sort of gripe about like the way he's been moving this season, but could come down to system. But just overall as a player, I cannot have him in A. And I'm gonna put Dashy above them. Should I put Dashy above Kenny? Like, where should Dashy go? Like, I mean, obviously I gotta move Attached down. I gotta move down Ghosty down too, a little bit. I kind of Dashy above, just with the role Dashy plays, but still. Sib Ghosty Attach. I like that. I like my A tier. Let's look at the B tier. Inside's been playing a lot more. He's been playing a lot. I kind of want to put him in A now. And I remember that fucking Major 1 he had. He had a very good Major 1. He only really had like a down, lackluster. I'm putting him in A. I'm putting him in A. I have to put him in A. I have to put him in A. Contemplating put Beans above. I'm gonna put Beans above Gwyn. This one's hard too. Like, should I? I mean, his role on the team is straight up to get kills, but like Estrel's role is a lot harder, and Estrel actually does his shit a lot better. Do I like this? I like this. Diamond Con, yeah, okay. Probably wants to put fuck Brezzy in D after seeing the people in C. I kind of want to put him down there. I'm gonna move Brezzy a bit down. I mean, Clay's been playing bad, so I gotta put him down a little bit. But I rate Clay higher than Fame, but Fame's had some standout series, but so has Clay. Johnny above Nasty. You could argue that. I might argue that. Gunless, bottom of C, D, top of D. I don't really care about this bot, like this is like the bottom, bro. If I had a fucking God RX in here, I'd have to make an E. No offense, I'm so sorry, buddy. You didn't have to catch that straight. But fuck, do we like this? I don't want to spend too much time. I'm at 41 minutes now. Holy shit. How did 41 minutes go by making this tier list? What the fuck? I like it. There's probably like some tweaks I'll probably, if I really, I could literally be here for an hour. I could be here for an hour tweaking things, moving things around. I think I don't want to do fuck Pentagram too dirty too. Fucking Assault was playing bad as like the main AR, which I am a lot more critical of when you're playing even worse as like the main AR. I actually like rate that a lot. Like, I almost forgot how Afro played because it was really so early and he was gone. Like, they didn't really have much time. But man, putting Asim at the bottom of D is great. Like, yeah, but he played like horrible literally every game in a good team. So that's why I have to rate him lower than Eric Boom. Eric Boom was playing bad on like Miami. But I kind of like this. I think this is very well balanced. I think like my A's and my B's are very well separated. I kind of feel like S tier has like one too many players in it, but I like these five. Like, even when people are like drafting, when people are drafting their teams for like the World Cup, who are your top two SMGs for Team USA? It's Simpin and Shotzi. It's not even Simp and Abizi. It's Simp and Shotzi. Shotzi is the X factor on Optic. Has to be in there, in my opinion. I'm gonna stick with this because if not, I'm going to switch things around. So this is my tier list. This is BoRi7o's MW3 season tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm probably gonna agree with a lot of takes of moving people around like inside tiers, but I think tier wise, like the people in the tiers, I think I got that down pat. I think I got the people in the tiers right, but where people can go can change. I really do feel like that could change, but the way I have it, I kind of want to put Shotzi at a cell, like just because of the rolling. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I think this is my tier list, so I'm gonna take the picture. You know, whatever. But all right, this has been my tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm curious what you guys think in the comments. Shout out to the person who recommended this video. But yeah, that is it for me today. We'll be back with more. Thank you for the support. Thank you guys for subscribing. Almost at 200 subscribers before champs is crazy. That was my goal. It looks like we're gonna hit it if we keep going, keep subbing, share these videos with your friends if they like that stuff. This has been BoRi7o. Bada boom, bada bye. We'll see you next time.